Star Money is the click, I'm young. Let's go. I'm young money. I'm star money. Can't take nothing from me. I'm young money. I'm star money. Can't take nothing from me.
I get money, that shit funny, I'll wrap it like money.
Yeah.
I get money, that shit funny, I'll wrap it like money.
Yeah. I'm young money. I'm star money. Can't take nothing from me.
I get money, that shit funny, I'll wrap it like money.
I'ma keep on laughing. Y'all niggas keep on acting. That's just a reaction. I'ma keep on spazzing. Tino said what's happening. Now the 40 keep clapping. All fast to this page. I split them niggas so ways. This is not a charade. I'm here to get paid. Y'all here to get laid. Bunch about to get sprayed. You boys fish fillet. Star money to parade. Find new ways. Yeah, I made my way. They cannot relate. Young money being brave. Star money on the face. I keep holding my way. Tino about to spray. Like a new AK. Get up out of his way. She thought it would be. Losing myself on the record. Somebody that told he know what I just be.
Yeah. It's another good weekend. It's another good one. Everything I do it on God. Every time we do this shit, we do it on God. And when I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do this. We do all this shit on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the number one rapper in the world, and the BMC Capo. That is 1-5. The other co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the number one producer in the world. That is Jimmy 2 times, the number one 49ers fan in the world, and the number one Oklahoma Sooner fan, and my brother from another mother. We are the On God Podcast. How is the fellas doing this Sunday, man?
Man,
Not too bad. At least the Bayou didn't beat my team. We let them come back and beat us.
Not too shabby for football. We're gonna start off in week 10, NCAA. Hell of a weekend, a lot of upsets that we really didn't know was gonna happen, but they happened. But some of them that we saw, we really wasn't that surprised about. So I'm gonna start number one team in the nation, Oregon. Went up north and they beat the up north boys 38-17, which we're not surprised by because the up north boys are sorry this year. They've been sorry for years, but we will leave that in another conversation. So they're still undefeated. Georgia, number 2 team in the country, beat Florida 34-20. The conversation I want to have about this game is we want to talk about one name in particular, and the one name in particular is a person that has thrown damn near 11 interceptions in the last 3 games, and his name is Carson Beck.
yes.
And he looks like a straight pamper. But we are also the same people on the cast that at the beginning of the year, I told him I had no faith in him. Then 2 times said the same thing. He had no faith in him. And then 1-5 came right back behind us and said the same shit after he seen like 2 games of him. And we all figured it out together that this guy is overrated. But for some reason, the mainstream media, when it comes to the SEC Georgia Bulldogs, they want to front like he was a Heisman front runner when the season started, but he never ever looked like a Heisman front runner even last year. So I'm trying to figure out how he was even in the discussion at the beginning of the year, and he always looked like a pamper to us. I'm confused. The question I have for the guys though is Georgia has 2 more games against 2 more teams that have a big like they play Tennessee. I know that for a fact. And they play one more team, I think, in the SEC that could beat them. The question I have for you two is, do they get out this year, out the regular season of the SEC, without another loss?
I mean, you got Mississippi and Tennessee back-to-back games.
There it is.
I
That's who
mean,
I was talking about. It was Ole Miss. That's who I was going to say they was playing. And
I
Ole
mean, it's
Miss get them
back-to-back
at
games.
home. And Ole Miss get them at home.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Jackson Dart plays like he did yesterday, they'll get him for sure.
And I think Tennessee
It's hard
can
to
beat them.
say.
I think they'll get past. Honestly, my honest opinion is Ole Miss will play them kind of hard, but not hard enough to beat them, and then they'll go into Tennessee the next week and get Tennessee will come down there and beat them. I think.
I'm gonna be honest with you. All 3 of these teams are a tale of inconsistencies. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's one of those ones where I don't care if they're playing at home or in the parking lot of a fucking Kmart. Which teams are going to show up? If if the team we've been watching Georgia be all year shows up, then they'll lose to both of them. If Tennessee or Mississippi does what they normally do, shit. All right. I mean, it's a toss
mean,
up, really.
they all three be inconsistent, but
Yeah,
the most consistent out of the three is Tennessee. So I
Right.
feel
yeah.
like if it was a team that's gonna beat them, I would say it would be Tennessee. But Ole
I would
Miss,
say that too.
you just don't know what Ole Miss. We don't
You
know.
don't
You know what I
know.
mean?
Jackson Dart is, I'll be honest with you, Jackson Dart is like a poor man's Carson Beck, and that's saying a lot to
He
me.
is. He is. Yeah, he is. Um. Okay, so that was just a question I had. I wanted to get y'all take on what y'all thought about that. The number 3 Nittany Lions played the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Buckeyes win 20-13. 2 times. I'm gonna let you go first. I know you didn't get to see most of the game because you was on getting that bag, like we always do. But I don't know what you know of the game or what you heard, but whatever you heard of it, what is
Well, I
your
watched the
thought
highlights.
process?
I watched the highlights.
So what'd you think?
That pick six early put y'all on a hole. But see, those are the things I want to see with teams like that. When a team jumps up on you, what do you do to respond? And when y'all responded with some defense and got back in the game, and y'all did what y'all normally do, y'all grinded it out. I mean, it's an ugly win. You know what I mean? But I think the misconception about Will Howard is they expect him to come out, throw 5 touchdowns a game, don't make any mistakes. And I say they don't even make a quarterback like that hardly anymore these days. Like, hell, even the greatest quarterback on earth, Patrick Mahomes, hell, he'll throw the ball to anybody who has hands right about now. So if you're winning the games and you're making the clutch plays when they need to be made, which is what he's been playing, this is why I keep saying it's 1A and 1B with y'all in Oregon, man. Like I'm not sold on Oregon, and I'm not sold on anybody else around y'all in the top 12. Um, I would like to see a duo, which I'm almost sure we're going to get because y'all going to slap the rest of your opponents. You ain't got nobody else left in your way, and in my opinion. And like I said, Penn State is who it is. Drew Aller. Somebody at work told me we were talking about this new guy. You know who I'm talking about. Was talking about college football with me. He was like, "Well, Drew Aller's coming back." I said, "It doesn't matter." I said, "They got a backup. He may step in if Drew Aller wasn't coming in." But I said, either way, they ain't gonna beat Ohio State. They don't have enough. And what I liked in the press conference was James Franklin came in there and you can tell he's pissed. He's frustrated. His offense ain't giving what he needs to give him because that was a winnable game for them. The way they were playing, they came out with the intensity. They just gave that shit away. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Uh-uh.
It's a
I'm gonna let
winnable
you
game
get.
for them.
I'm gonna let you get your take, and then I'm gonna give you my take because I watched the whole game. So I'm gonna let
No, I
you
know you.
give me the
I know you
highlights.
watched the whole game. I know you watched the whole game, but
Give
like
me
I
the
said,
highlights.
for them to jump out on y'all, that in my mind, that was a winnable game for them. I don't think it was a winnable
They
game beforehand.
they didn't jump out on us. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. We gave him. Listen, they scored 6 points on offense, 2 field goals. They never scored on offense. They got on the 5 yard line 1 time in the game, and when they went for it 4 times, we stopped. They didn't do nothing on offense. So they
I
never
know they
jumped
didn't.
out on us. No,
Mm.
they
I'm
never
talking about the
jumped out
10
on
point.
us.
I'm talking about a 10
We
nothing lead.
gave
That's
them
all I'm talking
because
about.
we gave them a handout. Here you go. Here goes 7.
I know
That's it.
that's what I just said. That's what
But
I
that ain't
said.
but jumping out on us is your offense jumped out on us. A defensive pick six, that's not, I don't look at it that way because I look at it like if I give you 7, you ain't really jump out on me because when we gave you, you had the
Okay, we'll start. We'll call it a fast start. We'll call it a fast start. How about that?
Oh, Rose.
He going, bro. I don't know what's going on your end.
It's
You kind of
phone.
like froze up there for a second. Are
I'm
you good,
good.
bro? Can you hear us?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, yeah, he froze. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were froze
I
up
can
or not.
see,
Cause you froze up for a second.
Yeah, you froze up for a second.
I can see y'all,
Yeah,
I
we
can
didn't
hear
know what you
you.
were saying. Yeah, you probably were. We couldn't hear you. Like it like froze. We were just sitting there. We was like we didn't know what you were saying.
One
If
Fab, I'll follow you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if you take out the 2 mistakes Will Allen made, this wasn't a game. It would have been 6-28 or 27. You know what I mean? Maybe even in the 30s. Penn State
It
wasn't
would have been
ever in
28
this.
to 13.
Yeah,
Never.
it wouldn't have scored 13 if Will Howard didn't throw the interception
Never.
or
And
go
the
out
and
the
the and
back.
the fumble on the one, I can't really blame him for because it went off his leg.
Yeah,
Any
but
other time he fumbles that shit out of bounds, man,
those
that
are
ain't
those are
Well, you
two
know the
different.
crazy thing, and that was the point I was originally trying to make. Penn State had some opportunities, and they're so inept on offense, they couldn't take advantage of them. They just
Yeah.
couldn't.
but they
Well,
didn't have
Yes,
no
they did.
opportunities
hey,
because
but
their
on the brighter
offense was
side,
ass.
but
I'm
on the
talking about at
brighter
the end.
side,
That possession at the end. You're inside the 5, and you can't punch that in to tie the game up. I'm
That's the
sorry.
point,
Where's
though.
where you want?
Our defense was balling the whole
I know it
game.
was. I know, but like I said, it's still an opportunity for them to tie the game up, and they had nothing. They couldn't do it.
well,
You
you know
wouldn't
what
let them.
impressed about in this game wasn't the defense. The defense we know is good. It was the way the offensive line held together with the two losses at left tackle. Sliding that boy out from left guard to left tackle, we didn't miss a beat. Matter of
No,
fact,
we look better.
they looked better than they did with the left tackles in there.
Exactly.
So I don't know who's in charge of that offensive line. This should have been the rotation from the giddy up. They looked good. They looked inspired. They actually gave my boy a little help to begin the game with chipping the guy off the edge. But man, I mean, the offensive line is not the problem at Ohio State. So that was the narrative going into the game. It should no longer be a narrative because
They just
Penn,
answered the call.
Penn State's defense is good. It's not terrible. You know what I mean? They got a top 25 defense. So they're decent. But at the end of the day, we came out with that dub, man. We went into their house and beat them, and that's I think if we get Oregon on a neutral field, we can beat Oregon. So, and I think that will.
Um, um, the O line did what the naysayers is they shitted on the naysayers.
Yeah.
Junkins rushed for 95 yards. Travion had 56. It was like a statement. It was the O line and the D line and the defense and just the play calling in general. Chip Kelly might have called his best game of the year so far because the way we scored on these drives was they wasn't seeing that coming. Sneaking the guy out the side. Abuka sneaks out the one side. He gets the first touchdown catch. Brandon Ennis switched out the other side. It's the fake pitch to the right. They wasn't seeing that coming. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit was clean. And Penn State is a very aggressive defense. And to beat a very aggressive defense is misdirection.
Mm-hmm.
And misdirection is what beat them. You know what I'm saying? Drew Aller is a pamper. He
He's
was a pamper
terrible.
the whole game. He's horrible. Their offense is horrible. They didn't do nothing the whole game, and they wasn't gonna do nothing the whole game. I wasn't worried about him one time. I didn't feel nervous. Even when we was down 10-0, I said, oh, okay, we'll calm down, go down the field, we'll score.
Yep.
He goes right down the field, 10-7. We stop him, get the ball back again. We go back down the field, 14-10.
Right.
It would have been 21-10 if the ball don't fumble off his leg and go over the damn pylon. The pylon.
Yeah, that was a
After
fluke
that,
play. That was a fluke.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I really didn't even care. I'm like, man, we would have won this game in the first half. The game would have been over in the first half.
Right.
8 inches to the left, and it would have went out at the 1.
I
know. The other thing with this is, we all know Will Howard's a Pennsylvania boy. He wanted to go to Penn State, man. So he was like probably a little emotional to begin this game too. But once he settled down into the game, he looked really good. He didn't look terrible. It just took him a few drives to get the nerves out and everything, because that's everything that kid had ever dreamed of, was playing in that stadium.
He's been consistent all year. I mean, like I said, our quarterbacks throw interceptions. That ain't shit. Like I said, he's giving you the players you need when you need them, even in the tough games.
Absolutely.
Like I said, if it wasn't for your boy pulling that little loophole at the end of the Oregon game, we're even talking about a whole bunch of different things in general. So, like I said,
Yeah, we undefeated. He don't pull that bullshit off. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's cool though. We'll move on. Miami beat Duke 53-31, beat the brakes off of them. Miami solidified that they are the best team in the ACC right now. They were the number 5 team. Number 6 Texas was on a bye. Number 7 Tennessee 29-18 over Kentucky. It was a slow start for Tennessee at the beginning, but they got it going, and the defense really stepped up, and they got it going. They put down Kentucky. Number 8 Notre Dame was on the bye. Number 9 BYU was on the bye. Number 10 Texas A&M gets upset by South Carolina, 44-20.
Vodka.
Definitely sponsored.
Yep.
We had this feeling about Texas A&M in this game.
Yep.
They was riding that high game. That's what happens. You gotta. It just happens that way, man.
And you know, so
I'm
crazy.
not surprised.
They scored 27. Was it 27 unanswered points?
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't like Texas. They didn't even score again after halftime. They didn't even score anymore. And then, you know what?
Nope.
And it's funny when 1-5 came on the show the other day and said the same thing I was feeling, and I was like, how the hell? I was like, that must be something. If you was feeling the same thing I was feeling, I hadn't said anything. And you weren't even on the screen yet. He was like, man, I got something for you. And I said, that's interesting. When you said it, I was like, damn, me too.
Yeah.
Now, remember how hard it was. Remember how hard it was for me to pick Texas A&M, because I was like this. I'm gonna go South. Because I had this feeling. I kind of had it. I was like, I think South Carolina really gonna beat them. That's why I didn't even care. I was like, I'll pick them, but if they lose, I won't be shocked.
All the decent teams in the SEC are inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Number 11 Iowa State takes their first loss of the season. They get upset by Texas Tech 23-22. It was only a matter of time for Iowa State though. They was like sliding past teams. Kansas State also lost, and they're Big 12. So now Colorado really owns their own destiny to win the damn Big 12. Mm-hmm. And they own destiny to make it to the college football playoff, which is crazy.
Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be something, because we said that we had them picked in the offseason in the summertime, that we said they was in our top 12. Louisville pulls the upset off over Clemson. Number 12 Clemson loses 35-21. It was only a matter of time. Clemson should have been lost.
Clemson's garbage too, man.
Yeah, Clemson.
Because Louisville been trying to kick people in the nuts for weeks, and they finally got somebody to square across their balls.
Mm-hmm. So Clemson, I think, just screwed themselves to the as far as the ACC championship game.
Yeah,
I don't know who they're gonna put in there now.
Out of the 12, I think.
Yeah,
they're gonna go to the Mighty Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's week 10 of college football. We're gonna move over to the NFL. Before I move over, I want to say congratulations to the LA Dodgers for winning the World Series. We didn't really get to talk about it. They put the ass whooping on Todd's Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees looking like shit. Hey, like I said, when your boy caught that grounder and didn't even step on the bag, I said, oh man, these motherfuckers out here high.
No, when Aaron Judge dropped a routine fly ball, is how they.
That too. They look like, yeah, that was terrible.
What's wrong with Aaron Judge?
The whole thing was ass.
It's like he was playing for he was shaving points. But like I said, it's a congratulations to the Dodgers, man.
Yeah.
Well, man, that boy Ohtani is a difference maker, man. That's just
his first was probably many rings. Could be many rings.
Did you see where speaking of the World Series, that like 13.9 million viewers in Japan watched the World Series, which was more than the US. You know how many people are in the country of Japan, period?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
21 million.
And a dude blew off his fingers celebrating the damn win for the Dodgers. I said, they were showing that shit on Twitter. I said, stupid bastard.
Yeah, baseball.
He's an idiot.
There, man.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go NFL Week 9. The Falcons beat the Cowboys 27-21. Dak Prescott gets hurt in this game. We all picked the Falcons to win this anyway. The Cowboys they're just on the field. There's nothing to talk about when it comes to the Cowboys.
McCarthy better get some brown boxes and just put him in his office, because he about to get up out of there.
Yeah, did you see they caught Dak Prescott on the the sidelines saying we are ass.
I believe it.
We suck. He said we fucking suck, and he's never spoke anything more true than that. Okay, go on.
Yeah, I agree. He ain't
Oh,
lying.
yeah.
He ain't
At
lying.
least he did. At least he ain't lying. The Bills beat the Dolphins 30-27. The Bills are now 7-2. They own the sole right to the AFC North. Not the AFC North. I'm sorry, the AFC East. Um, the Dolphins just can't get out. They just can't get it going.
They're
They got it
done.
going. They got it going in the second half, but it was too late. But they are done. They're done. Um, the Bengals get a big win over the Raiders. I really wouldn't call it a big win. It was a supposed to happen win. 41-24. Good game by Joe Burrow. 5 touchdown passes, 1 interception. He was really pissed after the interception too. Um, uh, the Bengals offense came alive in this game. They kind of gave up. He did throw the pick six. The Raiders got a little bit of offense going, but the Raiders ain't the Raiders. I mean, come on, man. It's the Raiders. They ain't got time. The Chargers beat the Browns 27-10. There's nothing to talk about.
Hey, no,
The
hey,
Titans.
no. Herbert's actually been playing good the last couple of days. But what's the lad McConkey or whatever? They been kind of hooking up. So I ain't saying that's great, but he's looking better than what he was.
Who they play last week?
They ain't playing anybody. He's looking better than what he was. That's all I'm saying.
Herbert is garbage. The Titans beat the Pats. We all picked the Pats. It's funny because the Titans got the upset. 20-17. They finally got their second win of the
Hmm.
season. The Commanders beat the Giants 27-22. The Panthers beat the Saints in an upset 23-22. Derek Carr is done.
Upset brought to you by Punish Me Vodka. Your boy.
Yeah, Derek Carr is on pamper status for now on. The
He was already
Ravens,
there.
I picked Baltimore to smash the Broncos, and the Baltimore Ravens did not disappoint. 41-10 ass whooping. Um, Lamar Jackson them bounced back from that loss. They look really good. Like I said on Thursday, Texans beat the Texans lost to the Jets. We already knew that. My Eagles beat the Jags 28-23. The Rams and the Seahawks just went to overtime, so I don't know if they're
Yeah.
there yet, but I know they're in
Now, 6
overtime.
minutes left in the game, and the Rams have the ball on the Seattle 43.
Okay. The Lions beat the Packers. Jared Goff is for real.
Yeah.
Jared Goff was on fire again today.
Yep.
I'm not going to say it again 2 times. And until you accept it,
I don't know.
you're going to have to
You
come
know
on this
what?
pod.
Hey,
You're going to have to come on this pod, and you're going to have to accept that Jared Goff is balling this year. And you're going to have to say it.
them
You're
stats
going to
weren't
have
on
to
fire, but
say it.
he played great, and the stats weren't on fire. Let's put it this way: he had a great game with no stats.
Why didn't he?
He threw a touchdown and had like I don't even think he had a buck 50 throw passing, but
It was
they won.
it was
He's doing
it was
exactly what they
it
need
was
to
a
do. And
it was a
the
defensive
Packers
game.
the Packers weren't helping themselves either because your boy Jordan Love, he go out there and be trying to do everything, and that's what be getting them. That's what gets them in their situation. He does too much.
But it ain't about numbers because it's divisional games, so you know it's gonna be close. But it's can you play mistake free football, and that's what Jared Goff did. He
That's what he
played
been doing.
mistake
Yeah,
free football.
that's what I'm saying. He played a great
He's
game.
balling. Cardinals beat the Bears 29-9. Uh, Todd got him another W for his team, his secondary team. So
We
shout out
lost
to the
it. And
Cardinals.
we laughed like a motherfucker when he said that shit at the beginning of the season. And these motherfuckers are doing this shit in spite of us.
Ah!
Yeah, it's
Because they
crazy.
beat the fucking brakes off. Hey, they had the Bears looking like shit. They scored 2 safeties on them.
Yeah.
The Bears, I don't know what the Bears doing right
That's
now.
another young quarterback. Caleb Williams, he's doing too much. Him and Jordan Love, man, they need to play within the confines of the offense. Throw the fucking ball away when shit ain't there. Don't be trying to make plays. I mean, just be doing stupid shit costing their team. I mean, the Lions game could have been a lot closer, and the Bears game didn't have to go away and win. It was a lot of mistakes by young quarterbacks. Period.
Right.
Kyler
Well,
Murray
Fab,
said big for his body.
it kind of is.
Yeah, he looked like Lord. He looked like Lord Helmet with that.
Who I
Dark
forget
helmet.
who's I forget who's tonight's game. Who's the Sunday night game? I forget who that
Vikings
is.
and horseshoes.
And it's in Minnesota.
Okay, so we all got Minnesota, right?
Hey, I think
Okay.
the Rams
Who y'all got
Rams,
tomorrow? Kansas City or
Yeah, the Rams just pulled. The Rams just
Rams
won
just won?
26-20. Yeah, the Rams just won.
yep. So we all got that one
Okay,
too.
who y'all got tomorrow? Kansas City or Tampa Bay?
I think we
Damn
took
sure they got Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I took Kansas City too.
I mean, the Kansas City. Hey, Kansas City and Detroit are just doing what they need to do to win. It don't have to be pretty. They just winning. I ain't mad at them.
man, I had a
Right.
great picks this week.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
he
You was on
did.
fire.
I had two upsets. I had two upsets this week. Normally, I be kind of off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got it. You was balling this weekend for real. Um, this kind of like a short episode today because of the fact that the games went kind of fast today. I don't know what it was about today. Maybe because we lost that hour. That's what
I
I'm
think
feeling. I'm feeling that.
it's dark in
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
tired. I'm extremely tired.
Mhm.
I am too. So we're gonna get into our side notes. Because we don't really have nothing else to talk about right now because we really already covered most of this stuff and the games went kind of fast today. Let's go with I went 1-5 last time, 2 times. What's your side note?
I just wanted to mention because I just been noticing this throughout the NFL season that the NFL wants to eventually go to an 18 game schedule, and hell, we're only in year three of the 17-week schedule, and there's so many people out and getting injured and shit, and we getting all these backups and shit playing. And Phil, I'm saying this to you: leave that shit alone. Just keep it at 17 games. You set at
I agree.
16 for almost 4 decades, and then you keep adding shit, taking away because we can tell now by in week two of the season, it still looked like it was really week one because teams were out of whack. The guys that normally start, players that's normally ready for the season, they look like shit. You know what I'm saying? People getting injured. I mean, stupid freak injuries. Like they happen every year, but it seems like every year since they've added this extra game, it seems like the injuries have increased, especially with the concussions and torn Achilles. And I mean, this is crazy out here. So it's just like my message is just for the NFL: leave that shit alone. That and them 9:30 games over in Brussels and Germany and all other games, man. If you do, send all the sorry teams there. The last place teams, send them there to go play at 9:30 because we don't even want to watch them at 1-4 or 7.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with everything you just said. That is an agreeable thing with me. I co-sign that all the way through and through because I don't really the injuries is crazy. So it ain't even no point in that extra shit. And them games at 9:30 ain't nobody watching that weak shit, man. That shit be ass. They be
Yeah, because
sorry ass.
who is it? There's this one coming up next week at 9:30. I think it's like the Giants and somebody, and I was just like the
Yeah,
Giants and Panthers or some shit. I said, yeah, send their ass over there.
yeah. Every
Mhm.
time. 1-5. What's your side note?
Well, like we've talked about many a times on this, mental health is a sad, sad thing. And if you know somebody with some, please help them out. A guy my daughter dated in junior high, his name's Victor Gonzalez. He's from Fairborn. He's been missing for a few weeks now. Um, he struggled with some mental health issues with depression and stuff like that. Um, they haven't found him yet. So
Mm.
if anybody knows where Victor Gonzalez is, please have him contact his family and at least let them know he's okay or where he's at or something that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we'll
hope they
keep yeah,
find him real quick, man.
I hope they do too. We'll keep him in our prayers too. Uh, whoever watching this, please pay attention and listen to the name. He said Victor Gonzalez. So y'all keep y'all head on a swivel. If anybody sees him, please contact the family of Victor Gonzalez. We really, really want to get him back to where he need to be. You don't need nobody running out here like that, especially if they mental ain't all the way right. We all know who we are dealing. We've been dealing with that our whole lives with people we love and people we care about. So we understand that wholeheartedly.
Yep.
That's real shit. Oh man, My side note today is this coming up weekend will be BMC Day. Um, my bro Magic is hosting a barbecue for the whole BMC clique, man. It's gonna be one of the greatest days ever. We also playing me and Magic's teams is playing each other. So the Eagles and the Cowboys is gonna be one of them get-togethers, man. I love doing this with my bros. Shout out to my brother Teef. Shout out to Magic. Shout out to Chuck. Shout out to my cousin Rob Lowe. Shout out to the whole BMC set, man. The BMC clique, man. We about to the camaraderie, man, to kick it, old school classic shit. One thing, people, that if you don't know me and you just now knowing me, you get to know me through this. I've been with the same guys for 30 years, man. We've been in the sandbox for 30 plus years. That's where we started at, and we still the same guys. We still solid. We still got love for each other, and we all tight like that. We are really family. That shit is not facade. Everybody that knows the BMC know how we rock. So I just want to give a shout out to my guys. I can't wait till Sunday to kick it with them and enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Um, Outside of that, we got a new weekend, upcoming weekend of football coming. We're gonna start getting into the NBA too because the season is getting going. Anthony Davis is averaging 31 and 12 this season right now. Shout out to Anthony Davis. I'm proud of you, bro. You're actually hooping every game. Like you coming out, and I told 2 times this the other day. I feel like the Olympics helped Anthony Davis's game because he didn't take no time off playing basketball. He just kept playing basketball all year round. And I think Anthony Davis about to find out his formula to his success as far as going forward to for the rest of his career, because it seems like when he take time off, he leave his game at the house. When he don't take time off, he be hooping. So that's just what it
Yeah.
is. Um I mean, but the NBA is heating up. Shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they might be the only still undefeated team left. Um, they are hooping. I ain't gonna lie. They beat the brakes off us the other night by like 22, and I was like, damn, like they was smashing us. It seemed like since Garland decided he didn't want to get traded because Mitchell got that money, they must have worked out something in the summertime and got together because them boys looking good, man. Cleveland look
You know
good,
what else
bro.
is looking good? Ja Morant. Ja Morant was doing
Oh,
something
John
dirty
Morant
to the
looks
Bucks
great.
the other night.
He does. He looks great. And that's another team we gonna get into this week, next week coming up. We gonna have a conversation about these Milwaukee Bucks, man, because woo, this Dame and
Hey, it
Giannis
started to
experience,
smell like sour milk.
this
Not
Dame
work.
and Giannis experience might get broken up pretty soon, or somebody gonna get shipped out. You feel me? Like, 'cause they look like
That's
a
what
package
happens
for
when
real.
hey, you should just let him go. He should have went to Miami. Should just went on
They look
there.
like y'all still would have been sorry.
Yeah.
I don't care, but either way, hey, okay, either way.
Cause look, cause y'all on the verge, y'all trying to get. You can tell y'all ready to get rid of Jimmy. Y'all don't want Jimmy for shit. Y'all like, man, he got to go.
Because
And you know,
Jimmy
Kawhi
just
thinking that
looking at
too.
Jimmy looking average. Jimmy looking average right now.
He should have went.
Jimmy's starting to look his age. Jimmy's starting to
Yeah,
look older. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I
Not the
say
first.
every time, right? Everything I do it on God. Every time we do it on God. And when I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of Star Money Click, the #1 rapper in the world. That's 1 5, the #1 producer in the world, and the other co-CEO of the Star Money Click. That is Jimmy 2 times, my brother from another mother, the #1 49ers fan, and the #1 Oklahoma Sooners fan. This was the On God podcast. Y'all stay prayed up. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday and enjoy the rest of football. Y'all have a good work week, and we will see y'all Thursday for our picks. We out.
Peace.
assalamu alaikum.